Hello Plymouth, Luke Pollard here, I'm your Member of Parliament. Tonight on BBC One at 7:30, Panorama has a special programme investigating the primary care crisis in Plymouth. A few weeks ago, I spoke in Parliament about the primary care crisis in Plymouth, about how difficult it is for many people to get an appointment with their GP, and about how we're having problems as a city recruiting and retaining people that work in general practice. Now, the crisis in our primary care isn't because our GPs and pharmacists and nurses aren't working hard enough. It's because demand is increasing, and as the government has cut back and poorly funded our services and our health service, we're seeing the effect of that. It's harder and harder to get a GP's appointment. The GPs that we've got are working longer and longer hours. They're more and more stressed, and it's harder to get people to join the profession to offset the number of people who are leaving the profession, either because they're retiring, and we know so many of our GPs in the city are due to retire in the next few years. It's harder to get people to join that profession, and it's harder for us to recruit the people that we need in the southwest. Tonight at 7:30 on BBC One, Panorama will be telling the story of Plymouth's primary care crisis, not just locally, but telling that story on a national scale. It's something that I've been talking about since I was elected in 2017. The government says lots of warm words about how they're working to address the primary care crisis, but there's not enough action. And I want to see the South West get our fair share of funding. I want to see more support for our GPs and those that work in primary care. And I want to see more help and support for those patients who really need that extra support that they're really struggling to get in the middle of this primary care crisis now. 7:30 tonight, BBC One, Panorama. Watch it. I'll be watching it. So there's no Ask Luke tonight because I want to be watching that Panorama programme, as I know many people in Plymouth will as well. Let's see how that goes. Thanks so much, Plymouth. See you soon.